Hi, my name is Val, and this is my final project. Um, when we had to come up with the final project, I had a hard time deciding what to do because there were so many little activities that I wanted to do. Last year was my first time teaching fifth grade back in the classroom, and I wanted to do QR codes that linked to trailers the kids made about books and then put them on the book jackets, but I didn't get around to that. So that's something I want to try to get done this year. As we were looking at some of the articles, I saw the one about using codes that link to videos that the kids did to teach math concepts or review math concepts. And I had heard of doing the videos before, but never thought about linking them to QR codes. And I'm going to be teaching math for the first time in many years this year. And I think that would be a great practical, helpful idea or use for QR codes that the kids could play the videos over again if they needed help, and the parents could too. And also, either the kids would make them, or I would make them, or I'd get some online. What concerned me, though, was that I would do all this, or we would make these videos, and then parents wouldn't watch them, or kids wouldn't. So I really wanted to make sure that the parents realized that we had this option and opportunity, and that they understood how to use them. So I wanted to do something on parent night at the beginning of the year with the QR codes so that the parents felt comfortable with them. So I created this handout. Here we go. And for parent night. And I'm just going to focus on two types of QR codes. The one is for the math instructional video, and the other one I never heard of UQR before, and I really liked that concept of just changing it online, and then you had that same QR code that you didn't have to print out again, but I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted to use it. And then I thought, well, thinking about parents using QR codes and thinking back to when I was a parent and thinking about all the times that kids don't turn in things that they were supposed to bring back to school or sign or bring in for the day, or just doing homework. I don't know if parents really check our website to see what the kids' assignments are. And I thought if they had something they could just flash their phone at on the refrigerator, either when the kids got home from school or that night or the next morning, that would be helpful for them, and also would get them using QR codes. So I thought of making a refrigerator magnet that would say what the kids needed to bring in the next day, and also have a shortened version of their homework assignments. And so let me zoom in on this. On parent night, then I'll go over the QR codes and what they are and how we're going to use them, and that our kids will also be making the QR codes. And then this is the refrigerator magnet, what students need for the next day refrigerator magnet. And this is actually it, or one like it. I'll make copies and then put magnets on the back of them so that the parents can have them. And then down here is the math instructional videos, and I'll explain that. And this code links to a video I found online that actually coincides with one of the lessons in our math book. I used QR Ricket for this code. I really like how you can put a little statement underneath to explain to people what they're going to see with the code, because obviously all codes look the same, and it's easy to get them mixed up. So I love that feature, and I didn't realize that you could do that. I have a project that I did last year where I had kids create QR codes too. It was kind of a get to know me kind of activity. I emailed the parents and had them send me a selfie of the kids, have the kids take a selfie or send a picture of something they did over the summer, and I sent them one of my selfies. And then I put them into PowerPoints, and the kids had to guess where they were, and then they would tell about where they were. Then I printed out the pictures, and I had the cute kids use Vocaroo to record themselves telling where they were, and make QR codes out of that, and then put those outside in the hall on like a little poster, and then other kids in other classes would come by and try to figure out where the fifth graders were, and then they would hold the iPads up to the QR codes, and you could hear the fifth graders talk about where they were. And I also had those out at, I don't know if it was parent night, if I had them done by then or what, so that parents could actually see them too. So with this class and some of the activities that I was reading about, and the QR Ricket, I decided to kind of expand on this. One of the articles talked about using a QR code for a postcard and sending that out to your students in the summer, so you could have a little message, and they could see the message or see you. I forget what it was, or hear the message. Anyway, I decided to do that, but I ended up having too much to put on, and so it's going to be a letter, not a postcard. So I have a picture. Here it is. I have a picture of myself. I'll zoom in a little bit. My selfie, and so I'm just having an introduction and having them guess where I am from here. And I also said to scan the blue QR code, and then they can see a bigger picture of where I am, and so I'll do that. And then you can see a bigger picture of where I am, so you can tell I'm on a bridge. And I gave them some hints. I said to look at the brown stuff under the lamppost and see if they can figure out what it is and where I am, and why that brown stuff is there, and how they dealt with that problem of brown stuff on the bridge. And let me scan the next code. That's with Vocaroo, and so you can see here is Vocaroo, and then they'll hit this. Can't do this backwards. There we go. This is a picture of me on the Wrightsville Bridge on my bike. I live in Wrightsville, and my husband and I bought bikes last spring, so we spend a lot of time riding bikes okay. So there's that. I really like that site, Vocaroo, for making QR codes where they can record themselves. Then I like the Google Maps, that you can do that with QR codes. So the next one is using Google Maps, and then you can see that, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it scans to the river and the bridge and where I am. And then the next one scans to, because in the hint I said that that this made national news, this picture in the brown stuff, where I am. And get this focused in right. There we go. So then it's linking to an article about Wrightsville and the bridge. And then the next QR code links to a website that gives more information about the mayflies and how the Mississippi River had the same problem, and then what they did about it. So from this class, I took kind of expanded on a project that I did last year. And I think by sending this out in the summer to parents, then the kids will get used to the QR codes and using them. And then I think it will be just a natural thing this year that we can use them in class. That's it. Thank you.